it has been something more of a preference for them. They can still pick maybe a Zeri or Illusion in the mid lane for Weibo Gaming, gives them a bit of that later game prowess on the Zeri as well as that mobility. It'll indicate a lot on what their fourth pick will be. It should be it's gonna be a jungler, either a jungler or a mid laner for sure here. But if it's gonna be more of a utility jungler, a Fiora.
Go for split push, go for sustain with a grand challenge, and also a great way to just easily burst down the heck of him. It lacks crowd control. That's one of the caveats of using the Fiora. However, in terms of mobility, you are just going to be able to deal the damage necessary to win a fight. Now, FPX is doing the same by hovering this Zoe right now. The burst potential is high, and that's one way to actually cripple the members of Weibo Gaming later on.
I also like that it's the Zoe that they hovered instead of a different chat. Maybe even a Vladimir could have been okay, but the Zoe just have so much threat in the mid lane. Because right now, looking at the comp of Weibo Gaming, there is a chance that both the Renekton and the Fiora are going to be solo laners. And both of these champions are not going to have a great time if they go in the mid lane against a Zoe. The Zoe can just poke them out and have a lot of control in the mid lane, enabling FPX to have control over the river. But it looks like it's gonna be a double marksman composition from Weibo Gaming, and this feels weird that Fiora was the fourth pick if they were still gonna go into this direction.
I think the Fiora made a bit of sense because they were wanting to maybe put in something like a Vladimir, but FPX read that. That's why they put in the Zoe. They were really studying Weibo Gaming. They were reading them like a book right now. And it makes a lot of sense that this approval ratings is very, very close. This series is going to be tight. This game is going to be tight. We see win conditions on both sides from early game towards late game. But it's up to them on how they are going to be fully utilizing this composition and wait for each other's mistakes as well.
Exactly. Mentioning mistakes, right? One thing that I'm thinking of right now, just you're crafting some of these fights. For Fan, this is definitely gonna be a heat check game for him because this is not the easiest. Fiora game he's gonna have against a composition the FPX has. FPX has so much area denial. They also have so much things that they can just put in the ground, wait for someone to get in the perfect position, and then throw CC at them. Right? They have the bubble, they have the feathers, and it is gonna be definitely a heat check here for Fan if he's able to navigate the fights. This is gonna bode so well for Weibo Gaming moving forward into this series. So game 1 right now showing us draft prowess as well as possibly something to look forward to in terms of momentum and tempo with how these players are gonna be playing here today.
It's going to be so hot right now here on this game. This is a best of 7 series, everybody. Lots of chances for these players, for these teams to be able to win this and extend their stay here in this tournament right now. As hot as the coats that they are wearing as well on the as we see on the camera just a while ago. It is very cold there on Shanghai right now, and I wish we can wear those as well here in the Philippines, but unfortunately we can't. It's too hot here.
We have to go to like amusement parks that have like Snow World to be able to enjoy or use that. Even Baguio is like not that cold to wear cold. that thick of a jacket. But as the game starts here, our observers just highlighted 2 wards being put down by both of these teams. For Weibo Gaming, they put down a ward on the Raptor camp to try to spot out the jungler, while it's going to be on the blue buff side. For the side of FPX, where they have placed their ward. They are the ones who have spotted the Fiora, so they could have the timer in their heads on where this Fiora is going to be in a couple of minutes. While on the other hand, for Weibo Gaming, they can just make a guess that the Hecarim is on the blue side of the jungle.
One of the things on the Ezreal pick as well is that it has a high first blood rate, but quite risky sometimes, especially just because of how simple it is to counter the Ezreal bot lane. And one of those matchups that can actually do well against the Ezreal is the Xayah. Paired up with the Gragas, they have better wave clear in the early game. They can reach level 2 faster, and that's what A13 and Xiao did. That's why the wave crashed into the tower. Duan Jigan had no way to counter it, and all the things. The only thing they can actually do is just clear out the wave and wait for it to bounce back.
Yeah. What we have seen before in the regular season, right? Especially when Ezreal just got buffed in terms of his Mystic Shot in the early game, was that he's partnered up with a Galio so that they'll be able to push the tempo earlier on, able to take down the range minions. Oh, actually, good ward right here from FPX. Defensive ward to spot Fan out, so they know where the jungler is. But going back to that point about Ezreal, like the biggest weakness of Ezreal is minions, because skill shots are gonna get Fado.
It's gonna be fine. But Fan is just gonna be here as well. Grand Challenge gonna be used to try and burst them down, and they're gonna be successful with it. Also, the Xiao's a little bit late. That's the Zeri ult popping through. Just dealing damage here towards Xiao and Shingdo7. But man, the time is perfect for Wave Gaming.
Yeah, great punish from Weibo Gaming right there. Bubble being missed by the Zoe, immediately pouncing on the opportunity. Grand Challenge has been used as well to get that bit of burst damage to take down that Zoe. First Blood does go to the side of Weibo Gaming, and because the tempo is going to be on their side, they're going to be able to shove the mid lane, bot lane as well. Look at SkyFL, just an unfortunate bubble right there, clipping the range minions and just going down. Zoe and Ezreal kind of have the same weaknesses as we were talking about earlier. Range minions are the bane of your existence because they're the ones who are going to be blocking most of your skill shots, because they're the ones who are going to be the one directly in front of the champions that you're trying to hit. So yeah, same with Mystic Shot, same with the CP Trouble Bubble. The range minions are gonna hit that, and that's why I do love the Galio Ezreal pick before. But mid lane though, Faye.
Round number 2. This time it's gonna be helped out by Chao as well in Dawn 128. And they do get the revenge onto Faye right there. It's also unfortunate for SkyFL a while ago that, because Faye flashed out, right? Sky tried to walk towards the skill bubble, however he wasn't really in close range towards it. He wasn't able to grab it. That's why he didn't have the flash to be safe exiting out. Unfortunate a while ago, but at least they were able to answer back, equalize the kill score. Sky's FL also visiting here in the bottom lane, but did cancel it since the wave is crashing towards Weibo Gaming's tower.
Yeah. Talking as well, there's a bit of poke coming out for FPX like that Zoe. So later on in the game, if he'll be able to put himself in a good position to poke down the members of Weibo Gaming, that's gonna be good for him. But Dawn getting chased down in the river right now. He's fine.
Yeah, he's fine. Yeah, just saying hi towards Xian and Fan as they get the scuttle grab in the top lane. So 30 seconds before the objectives spawn up. Weibo Gaming is stacking up some gold lead here against FPX, and that is a good indication of their great early game prowess, to be honest. Divine Thunder already has been picked up here by Fan, and that damage is going to be felt by FPX.
Yeah, anti-heal as well being picked up here by Duan Yu early on. All of that skill shots hitting him, putting him down to like half HP. And yeah, it's gonna be harder for him. He's getting a bit of heals, so it's not going to be as bad of a position for him as the objectives have come out. Herald's being started here by FPX, while looking at the Dragon, seems like Weibo Gaming has already started that objective.
And this is handshake for now. Casto is going to be missing towards Jikan. That's okay, since the rest of Weibo Gaming are going towards the Dragon already, and FPX are not looking really towards a fight. So they just handshake for now, and possibly the Rift Herald is going to be used into the mid lane to try and take it down. Duan Yu though is doing a really good job in just defending, preventing that first tower plate from being given towards FPX.
Yeah, both him and Get and Jikan have been doing that defense really well. Getting some damage though. I doubt this orb is going to fall down anytime soon. But one thing as well, in terms of the trade for the objective, FPX kind of got the better end of that deal, because one thing that you want to do is to get this mid lane open to allow more vision into the enemy side of the jungle, and once you have more vision, you'll be able to track down enemy members, maybe getting a pick up from the Zoe, at least chunking someone down, and that could very well help you get a bit more tempo in this game. So I'm waiting right now on FPX to be able to put down this Herald in the mid lane, but so far, as you mentioned, Weibo Gaming has been doing a really good job at defending the mid lane turret as well.
Yeah. Xian as well, doing incredible work against Dawn 128. It's actually ahead by 200, 300 gold, so the Camille is not really taking control of this game just yet, at least on the side lane part, in the split pushing department as well. And Zihan might be able to impact the fight as well, especially later on, because so far he hasn't really been participating much. He was just pressuring the waves on the side lanes, not really going towards the team fights just yet. Right now, as he goes towards his teammates, maybe they want to fight this time around. Shelly gonna be spawned into the mid lane to try and take this tower down. Weibo Gaming stacked up. They are just going to be preventing this first tower.
Yeah, Weibo Gaming very well knows what FPX wants to do. FPX immediately having 5 people in the mid lane compared to just 4 from Weibo Gaming, but it was still enough for Weibo Gaming to be able to defend the mid lane turret. Yes, Shelly did get that tackle, got plates, but with that tower still being up, it has prevented any tempo advantage that FPX could have gotten at that point. And now FPX is trying to look for other openings against Weibo Gaming. Let's remind as well that this is a double marksman composition for Weibo Gaming, so they will be scaling very hard into this game. Duanyu
is in a bad spot, gets taken down by FPX, and the tower finally falls down as well. Great play coming in from FPX.
Yeah, Duanyu, he should have. It's those kinds of things, right? When you're a marksman, you feel safe under the turret, but when there's a Camille and a Hecarim, you're not gonna be as safe as you thought that you were. But bot lane as well, FPX found the opening as we were talking about earlier. They wanted to find that opening in the mid lane to take down the turret. But now another turret is going to be going here in favor of FPX and bot side.
Yeah, and Weibo Gaming cannot do anything but just watch. This is not the time for the scaling composition to fight back. It is also, though, a great decision by Weibo Gaming. If they force fights, if they lose, momentum is just going to be better here for FPX. So, patience play coming from Weibo Gaming. Maybe at 12 minutes, 15 minutes, that's the time that they are going to be able to start fighting back. Plus, this is a Zeri, this is a Fiora, this is an Ezreal that will hurt later on. And FPX is fully aware of that as well.
Yeah. FPX, though, what are they going to do with this lead that they have right now? It's almost only a 1k gold lead for them, but already we're seeing what we were talking about. FPX destroying turrets, able to take more territory into the jungle. Blue buff being fought over.
GCan still following up after the cast is going to be used. Trushak Barrage going to be damaging the members here of FPX. Zihan has to fall back. Featherstorm going to be used for the disengage though. This guy just enters up on a portal. Will not spot out anybody. No kills whatsoever. Both of them just fall back.
Yeah, both of them fall back. No kills, but yeah, as we were talking about earlier, this is where FPX wants to be. They need to be able to push the tempo because Zoe in the later parts of the game against some tanks, she's not gonna do as well. She's also gonna be in threat of being bursted down by an Ezreal, by a Zeri if she gets a bit too close. So it's gonna be riskier for her as the game goes on. So this is the point in time in the game where she's gonna be the most effective, trying to put down those bubbles into the enemy jungle, trying to catch them off as they rotate into these objectives. I believe the dragon's going to be spawning in a couple 4 seconds. It's going to be up the mountain drake here, and FPX is the one already in position for this objective.
Chow, just checking the area as well. This is going to be a tough time. Lots of pressure coming in from FPX, especially that they're not really getting that much gold lead against Weibo Gaming. Towers as well, or tower takedowns are equal as well. Now they have to take this dragon to deny this whole point here from Weibo Gaming. Weibo Gaming though cannot contest just yet. Are they still going to be continuing? This is going to be a bad deal for Weibo Gaming. The cast is going to come through. Hextech Ultimate as well onto the backside as the Onslaught of Shadows is actually zoning the members of Weibo Gaming. 4 members still intact though. Can they still fight? Meter Enchant's going to be damaging. Oh, that hurts actually. 1 meter enchant, 2 bars already removed, and FPX walk away with the dragon.
Yeah, FPX stayed a bit as well, trying to see if Weibo Gaming would be committing into the fight, but both teams decided that just 1 death is enough for them to stop fighting. As we see into this dragon fight, I want you to look at the 2 wards on the top of the blue buff side. FPX knows very well where the whole of Weibo Gaming are, so that when this fight started, FPX can counter in their own terms and immediately picking out the target that they wanted. And FPX, really good retreat right here. They didn't need to do anything. They didn't need to overextend themselves. They already got a dragon. They already got the kill. And now they can set up again and wait for Weibo Gaming to make a mistake.
And this might just be it. Fortunately, there is the post to just deny some of the follow-up damage there of SkyFL. They want to contest on another mini objective. The one you got bursted out. That was too much damage, and FPX is gonna be loving that right now. This blue buff is for their side, for sure. They have to just raise the white flag for now.
Yeah, and again, that is control over the enemy jungle. That was a ward that spotted out Duanyu at about half HP. And good job right there from the Zoe being able to get that kill. Another fight brewing here.
And another paddle star gonna be brewing as well. Fortunately, Fan is still gonna be fine. Jikan though is not. Still, they are gonna be continuing onto the fight. Xian is gonna be charging in front. Featherstorm gonna be used as a defensive tool here by 813, but still, this time, Weibo Gaming is too far forward. Finally, they do get a trade. Paddlestar will not gonna come to Jikan. Fortunately for him, he does stay alive. FPX is now flexing their muscles.
Oh, they want to start the Baron actually here, just at the 12-minute mark.
So early.
Yeah, this is so early. Weibo Gaming is now coming in here to respond.
They have to, but this is gonna be very risky. Jikan gonna be the first to check this area out. Here comes Zihan as well in the area. They have vision, and FPX realizes this might just be too dangerous. They walk away.
I feel that was a very haughty call coming right there from FPX. The smarter call would have been to just take the top side turret. That is still the last outer tier turret. They're going to be able to get it eventually, but they could have gotten it there. But Zihan getting caught out.
Yeah, they get him instead. Fortunately, he does get out as well. That was a close one. They focus onto the tower, focusing more on the structures that can give them more pressure, more room to actually establish vision, and less room for Weibo Gaming.
Yeah. Now that I think about it, in this part of the game, right, what happened was Weibo Gaming was not able to position themselves into the Baron, not able to contest any of the vision. But what could have happened was FPX get the turret, get those recalls, get more items before Weibo Gaming, because they could have cashed in on the fight that they won earlier on, and then go back to the fight, maybe bait Weibo Gaming into this Baron. But right now, as the game stands, there's a 3k gold lead for FPX. They can just continue what they were doing earlier, having vision, having control over the enemy side jungle, and then waiting for these picks, waiting for these mistakes. Because Weibo Gaming, they do scale well into the late game, but the thing about scaling is you need the money, you need the items to be able to scale as well. Both the Ezreal and the Zeri will be needing those items to be able to deal the damage on the members of FPX.
And that's a lot of time to be able to get both of those things that you mentioned. Weibo Gaming has to be patient. 2 times already, they made a position error on objective fights. One on the Dragon a while ago and another towards the potential Baron. And this time, FPX can just punish even more. They have the leverage now in terms of gold. 3,000 may it be small, but still, that is very impactful. We saw the damage already coming in from Sky FL.
Yeah.
He's able to burst down any squishy target. And right now, they are going to be bursting. Jikan still able to stall for time with the stasis, flashing out as well. But the damage is just going to be there. A13 going to be exhausted. Featherstorm going to be used to zone out the members here of Weibo Gaming. But the flank is coming through. This time, they want to re-engage. Call of the Forge God. A13 is a bad spot. Very low in HP. FaZe doing a really good job chunking him down. But the Dragon is up.
Dragon is up. A13 is low, but is able to lifesteal off of the wave back to 80% HP. The Dragon is being aggroed right now by FPX. Weibo Gaming Gekian doesn't have the ultimate on the Ord. This is going to be crucial for them.
Yeah, does have the Hexic Ultimatum. 2,000, 3,000 HP here onto the Dragon. FPX going to be pinning it down, taking it away as well. But the Weibo Gaming wants to fight. They want to continue. They want to charge in front. Zihan nearly gets someone right there, but gets bursted instead. 4 for 4. Can they still continue onto the fight? FPX looks to maybe just back away. If they get that sleepy trouble bubble, maybe they can still go in. But unfortunately, they're happy already with what they have gotten. Weibo Gaming is not though. They want to continue pushing into the mid lane. Jikan is holding in the front. Good wave clear coming from FPX. They're gonna be happy with that for now.
Sky FL really feeling himself in this game, having no fear, being a half HP Zoe against possibly an Ezreal, a Zeri, as well as an Ornn right in front of you. It would have been a dangerous proposition if more FPX members goes down, because it would have been an opening for Weibo Gaming to get the Baron. But at the end of the day, it was only one kill for each team. Dragon did go to the side of FPX, and now we're gonna go back into this mid lane dance, wherein these teams are gonna just try and get more control over the mid lane. Whoever has more control over this mid lane, able to shove these minions into the other side of the map, they will be having more control over the Baron as well. Okay, Kian.
Sky's impact is just so much, so good here for FPX. That isolation as well by Shingdao 7 and Chow was so pure, and Weibo Gaming Now with a numbers disadvantage, Baron is on the table.
Yeah, that was the second time Gekian just suddenly getting caught out by FPX, and just because he's the support, he needs to put vision, but Fan getting catch.
Onslaught of Shadows, Hexacle Ultimatum gonna be used as well, gonna get denied with stasis. Dominus gonna be popped here by Zihan. Can they actually get the outplay here? The answer is no, at least for the meantime. The Hecarim survives. What is happening here? The Gragas gonna get taken down, though, so much deep on the enemy territory right now. FPX is still continuing on to the fight. Duan is the last one to survive. I thought it's gonna be too risky, but right now it's too much. Can they still get this kill onto the Ezreal? Duan is gonna be falling down. FPX, that was so much, but A13 untouched. Quadra kill secured.
Yeah, quadra kill from A13. That could have gotten a lot worse for Weibo Gaming. It could have been more members up. It could have been
scary.
the Baron that could have been challenged, but A13 is not stopping his aggression here on the top side. Still pushing the wave here. It might be a bit dangerous because he needs to get back, needs to get a bit of those items to get the tempo back. But both him and SkyFL right now really wanting to get these turrets as down as much as possible. Yeah, as we get into this replay. Yeah, actually, sorry, as we get into this replay right here, I want to mention in terms of Gekken is out, so this is a 4v5 situation for Weibo Gaming. They have no right to be fighting this out, but look at how Duan Yu and Renekton tried to get as much out of this losing fight for them. Duan Yu getting a kill on Don 128, and look at the exhaust on Jingdao 7 just at the right time to even endanger SkyFL. Yes, FPX was the one who won this fight. They were the ones who started it out to get to try to push the tempo. But if not for the heroics right there for Duan Yu and Zihan, that could have gotten a lot worse for them.
Yeah, and it's not done just yet. Weibo Gaming still wants fight. They still want to fight back. Jigen again! Getting caught! Stasis is gonna be used. Hexacle Ultimatum onto Fan. This is an isolated fight on two areas right now. Jigen's still gonna be able to escape, but Zihan is gonna be next. Targeted, isolated, still gonna be dashing through with a slice and dice. Featherstorm gonna be used to isolate the members here of Weibo Gaming still. They are gonna be continuing onto the Elder Dragon. Fan is in the vicinity. That's the laser connecting. Jigen as well still is in healthy position right now. Duan Yu wants to Kai. They want to engage. FPX now on the onslaught of Shadows connecting onto the Zeri. Now 2 minutes gonna be next. Can they actually get the steal? 2000 HP left on the Elder Dragon. Fan is gonna be isolated this time around. FPX grouping up. The strengths are undivided right now, and they're just gonna be rushing down mid.
Yeah, it's gonna be still 5 members here from FPX. There's only Zihan left to defend, and FPX with just a great coordinated, calculated game here, able to take game 1 of this best of 7 series.
Man, that fight is so amazing. FPX really flexing what they are strongest right now, and that is ruthless aggression. And this time, Weibo Gaming gets a taste of it again.
Yeah, the aggression, it definitely was there from FPX, but we can't discount as well the mistakes that they capitalize on from the side